Good evening, everyone. My name is Wami, and I am very happy to see everyone this evening on the journey of understanding inner words, creating inner peace. And our journey will be increased 21 days. We working together to understand about the knowledge of humanity. I would like to express my appreciations and gratitude to our great master Trần Thanh Toàn, who is the founder of WIT organizations, as well as I would like to express my appreciations for all of the support from your beloved ones so that you be present in the programs, and also for the network connector who already pre-tells and connects you to the programs, and you are here with us in this journey. And this evening, I would like to have an information to inform to everyone. That is, we have the national funeral from our president, Phú Trọng. He has just passed away this long times, and that is the reason why we just study peacefully and quietly. And we will take part in the whole nation. We express our respect and our appreciations and gratitude to all of the contribution from President Phú Trọng for his contribution for the development of Vietnam. And our journey will be take place during the 21 days. And this evening, we going to start our course. And first of all, I would like to introduce to you about a road path. That is a road path. Let me just share screen. So we're going to go together in the road path. The road path to raise the inner condition. And our road path will be on the 21 days. And I hope that after we working along with this others in this road path, we're going to remove all of the inner barriers that prevent us from the transformations into another better versions of ourselves. And we have a term that is the self-rejection. And we have six self-rejections. One is that, programmed to be a normal person. And then the second one is fear of failure. And then we have here is the fear of judgment. We also have number 4 is lack of condition. conditions. And then number 5 is lack of knowledge. Knowledge. Then we have number 6. Number 6 is that lack of future vision. Lack of vision operations. And this we just like we have a person. We have a person. And this person is surrounded by this is barrier. This is barrier. We can use this is color, different colors. That's it's just like a cocoon in is prevent from the person to break through and to become a better version of himself. And then we're going to work on through on the transformation. Transformation. This one is transformation. Transformation to become a bigger person. A bigger person. A bigger person. And our journey of 21 days of the journeys. And we're gonna use because just like an egg, if we have received the internal forces, so it will become the food. However, if then an egg and is coming from within, so it will become a living being, and we hopefully that after this journey we're gonna to break through all of the barriers inside to become a better version of ourselves, and we're gonna to go under a transformation process. And we're going to go under a transformation process. And our journey is the roadmap to raise our inner condition. And we're going to have a break out of all of the barriers that prevent us from changing ourselves to a better version. And hopefully that's when we take part in fully of the programs of 21 days studying together. And for the participants, so we already take part in, and there are brother and sister who already took part into the program before. They said that after 21 days of studying, their transformations is like more than 3 years. 3 years. And the total hours that we want through together is like 62 hours. And we have a total 62 to 63 hours to understand about inner worlds and to create the inner peace. And these programs is created in order to remove all of the barriers, the inner barriers, and it's also remove all of the self-restrictions. And it's also, we have another image that related to this knowledge, that is that is just like a rocket, and we have like a change that prevent the rockets from move on and fly into the space. And we hopefully that and hopefully that's for a person, he or she also removes all of the chains, and it just free themselves, and we remove all of the barriers to become a better version of ourselves. And maybe for some of you that your beloved ones, your relatives introduce you to the class, or for some participants and our friends like would like us to be here in the programs, but because of they love you, and because our program is that you learn once but you transform for for the rest of your life. And we and could you please just write down, and then we just make a remark in our minds, that is, we study once and we transform for the whole of our life. We transform the whole of our lives. So could you please, write them down on the chat box, or you write down on your notebook about this sentence. That is, study once, transform for the rest of the life. Study once and transform for the rest of the life. Study once, transform for the rest of the life. And our great master Trần Thanh Toàn would like to express his appreciations and gratitude for his presence and his blessing to be the conditions for the person that's transfer this precious knowledge to everyone. For the previous courses, our teacher, our great master, would like to acknowledge for the sharing from our teacher Giang Lưu Nhật Anh, and our great master Trần Thanh Toàn. He will be the person who share with us about this precious knowledge. And our great master would like to introduce with us about an image, an image. And when we commit, we have a commit to study fully the program of 21 days, and then we study once, but we will receive the transformations for the rest of our lives. And our great master would like to invite everyone to draw an image. To draw an image. And we're gonna draw, and we're gonna draw a boat. We're going to draw a bird, and we writing down, here is the bird, and there is the boat. There's a boat. There is a boat. And we wanted to draw a person who ride the boat. And we have here is a person. Persons, and here is the water. We have here is the water. This is one of the image that that's the master on the way to come back to find out how we be able to master our lives. And our great master already received the sharing from the master. And once our great master received this knowledge, he know how to be able to master his life. For example, we like to move. There is a bus would like to move from destination A to destination B. There is a bus would like to move from destination A to destination B, point A to point P. And regarding to the water float, there are two possibilities for the water flow. The water flow, there is two possibilities. The first possibility is it will be the same direction. It will be same direction. Same direction with the water flows. And another possibility is this one is opposite direction. So if there is a boat and the boat is, moving on the same direction with the water flows, and if there is no person who controls the boat, there is the possibility that the boat will arrive to the destination. If we move from point A to point P and we are the same direction with the water flows, there is a huge possibility that we will reach the destination B. If we have the boat and we have the person who controls the boat, and also we have the engines on the boat, and it is very fast that we're going to reach our destination. And it is very fast for us to reach the destination. And there is the second possibility if this bird move on the opposite directions without the person who control the boat and without the engine? And is there a possibility that the boat will reach the destination? If we go against the water flow, and there is no person who control the boat, and there is also no engine. So it is not possibility that the boat will reach the destination. It just in case there is a person who control the boat, and also the boat have the engine. So there will be possibility that the boat will reach the destination. Just in case that there is a person who control the boat, and also there is a person who already, installed the engines to the boat. And then, on the ways to the destination, if there is a waterfall, so how come the boat be able to reach to the destination? So, it's just, with our lives, it's just like a river. And then, if we just relate it to our lives, it's just like the river. So our river, if there is a waterfall, it's just like, there is a huge obstacle in our life. On the second possibility that we going to move against or opposite directions to the water flows without a person controlling the boat and without the engines. So there is, no possibility that the boats reach the destination. And we just take this example, just, we would like to confirm again, we have an inner condition when we observe a person's life. So when we observe a person's life, so there are thousands of the people. And, for the thousands of people that, exists in our lives, and as just facing with ups and downs in his life, in their life. When we observe the society, we will see that there are thousands of people. They are having the ups and downs in their life, and maybe there are just very few people who have the really convenience life, comfortable life. And then from the time that our great master received the sharing from the master, and somehow the people just go against to the water float. It's just like the boat go against the water float. And it just like just in case that we have the controlling of the boat, it's just like we have a really clear gold, and if we just a moment that we lack of the controlling, so we already come back to the start, and when our great master Trần Thanh Toàn listened to this knowledge, and is there any possibility for the people to change the life? And then if we if we consider the boat, it's just a human life. So the water flow here is the law and the principle. That is the law and the principle. The birds, the human life, is just like the birds moving on the water float. And then the water flow here is the law and the principle. And for the law, it just, existed. And if any people, and they just, follow to the law and the principle. So the life is simple to attain what the people desire. But in case if we go against to the law and the principle, so our life may be facing with the challenges. We're facing with challenges. And so how many laws and how many principles that affect to our human life? And how many people know how to live in accordance to the law, follow the law and the principle, so that we be able to attain the desire, and our life becomes more simple. Our life becomes more simple. In case that we know and we just live our lives following to the law and the principle, so our lives will be in the directions that is convenience for us. There are various laws and principles, and the law and the principle that directly affect to our lives. And one of the law and the principle, especially about the law, that affect to our lives, have a huge impact in our life. That is the law of the cause and the effect. We have here is the law, the cause and the effect. We have the law. We have the law of the cause. And the effect. The cause and the effect. And in our lives, so we are not to be influenced by the three angles. The first angle is science. Science. And there are various aspects of our lives. So we see the lives in the angle of science, and also in the angle of religion. In the angle of religion. And also we have here is the truth. That is the truth. So in these three angles of science, religions, and truth, so if we see the lives in the angle of science, we also have the influence of the angles of religions and truth. Then the cause and the effects for the human lives, because we have not yet have the full inner conditions about the cause and the effect. And when we start our living and we start to communicate with the people, and then we have the cause and the effects related to the humanity. We have related to the humanity, and then we have the cause effects of the world. This one is the world's view. And then we have also the universe view. Regarding to the universe views, so we have here is the humanity. Humanity's world. And then we have here is the universe. And then we gonna to management of the cause and the effects related to the humanity, cause and effects related to the world's views, and cause and effect related to the universe. So the universe is related to what the meanings and the purpose of our living here, and after we pass away. So what is our next life? Where we should go when we pass away, and then to get into the cause and the effects of the world. So it is very simple for us to manage. For example, when you would like to enjoy a mango, so you start from planting the mango tree, and then you take good care of the mango tree, and then you will have the fruit to enjoy. And then regarding to the humanity, we manage the cause and the effects of humanity. So for the matter that related to the humanity, related to the growth of the person, related to the humanity. For example, we really would like to have a good health, and seemingly that's regarding to the cause and the effects of humanity, that we are not very clear about that. Regarding to the cause and the effects of the universe, so what is the meaning and the purpose of the universe? And regarding to the world's views, so it is very clear. However, for the cause and the effects of the humanity, that people now is not very clear about that. It's not very clear about that. So how we be able to understand about the cause and the effects of the humanity is a really, really important things. And when we already understand about the cause and the effects of the humanity, we're going to manage the cause and the effects of the humanity, and at that time we're going to manage the cause and the effects related to the humanity. Regarding to the desire of the people, they would like to create a successful life. However, they really doesn't know how to start. If we understand and just we follow the law, the cause and the effects, then gradually our life becomes more comfortable, more simple, and more enjoyable. And we just focus on the ethics, and then we just don't know where is the cause and what is the cause. And then, normally, we usually listen to the sharing from our ancestor that, okay, you grown up and then you get married and then you go to work and then you have children. And there is a brother named Nyung. He would like to say that if the cause and the effect, if that is the results and the cause, if we just understand that is the cause and the results, so it's not fully expressed about the law of the cause and the effect. And when we are talking about the cause and the effects, we just remember that we have the cause and effect related to the humanity. We have the cause and the effects related to the world's view, and we have also the cause and the effect related to the universe view. And then, when we create the cause for the humanity, and then that is our duty to understand deeply about the law of the cause and the effects. And in the coming day, we're going to go really in details and really deep into the law of the cause and the effects in order to understand about this knowledge. And just please remember there is a very important formula we learned by heart. We learned by heart this law, this formula first. Regarding to the cause and the effects of related to the universe, so it's related to the religions. For example, when we live in as a human being, so what we are doing, and then after we pass away, where should we go? And we're going to discuss about, about the cause and the effects related to the universe view. And all that's related to the religion. And in the religions, they are taught a lot about that topic. And our great master would like to introduce to us about a formula, very important formulas. That is the good cause. We have here is the good cause. We have good cause, and we have also the good. We have also the good condition. So we're going to obtain the design, the desired effect. And we're going to go through on this road path. That is the road path for us to understand about the cause, the conditions, and the effect. And we're going to learn how to create the good cause, how to create the good condition in order for us to attain the desired effect. And then on this journey of 21 day walking together, we're going to understand fully about cause, condition, and effect. And for some programs that we understand deeply about the cause, the condition, and the effect. And hopefully that we going to go together to help each other to understand how we be able to create the good cause, how we be able to create the good condition in order that we attain all of the desired effects in our life. And we understand about our inner world, and this journey is to help us to raise our inner condition. And before we gonna to understand about the Lord, we gonna to understand about the principle. And from now on, we gonna to work with that principle. If we can do that, then 21 days that we're going to go together, we understand about the humanity. We understand about humanity. And the road map, the road path to understand about, to erase about our inner conditions is also the road path to understand about the cause, the condition, and the effect. And this is the road path to raise our inner condition. To raise our inner condition. And there is also another name of the journey that, road path. And this is also a roadmap for us to immaterialize ourselves. And we're going to have 3 different names for the road path. First of all is the road path to raise our inner condition. And the second name is that a road path to understand about the cause, the condition, and the effect. And who would like to study for the transformations and to have the reality, then this is a road path to immaterialize ourselves. Immaterialize oneself. And our great master would like to repeat again the name of our road path. First name is the road path to increase our inner conditions about inner worlds. And then we understand deeply about the humanity, especially the inner condition related to the inner worlds. And then we have the second name of the road path, that is the road path to understand about the cause, the conditions, and the effect. And also we have the name that the road path to immaterialize oneself. And if you have different purpose of studying, so you will receive different results. And these programs, we going to understand about the cause, the condition, and the effects in different level. And then once more time, you're going to understand to raise your inner condition about inner worlds, and also we immaterialize oneself. But normally we will mean the main name is that the road path to raise the inner condition about inner worlds. If anyone in the Zoom and you would like to, determine that, you're going to understand thoroughly all of the cause, the condition, and the effect. And also, to raise the inner conditions related to the inner worlds. And then, our great master would like to have the will to have all of the people in the Zoom in order to raise the inner condition. And then, we understand about the cause, the condition, and the effect. And then also for some people, we also take this journey in order to, to immaterialize yourself. And then, for this program, even you come back to study maybe 10 times or 20 times, every course is different from each others. If this time you would like to, would like to take all of these 3 road paths. Then we have the 3 level. We have 3 level. So if you are a mentor, you are a master, or you are postmaster, and you're going to study thoroughly the whole job test. So you're going to receive the knowledge in a really deep level. So if you have the connection to the mentor, the master, or postmaster, so we're going to take all of these 3 role paths, and we just consider about the result that we're going to receive. And then our great master would like to have a will to have to receive all of the 3 role paths. And then, we're going to deeply understand about the road paths. And then, we study once, we transform for the rest of our lives. And then, we're going to upgrade the class, the programs. And then, maybe you take part in the program maybe 3 times, 5 times. And then, when you study 3 times, and you'll be able to have the enough conditions to join into the mentor, to send to the mentor. And then our great master also have the agents in the mentor program to share also the knowledge to the mentor. If you already receive the knowledge from the values from the course, and then we're going to have until the 34. And we continue to study until the courses of K34. And then when we be able to immaterialize oneself, and then we understand about the cause, the condition, and their effects, and also we raise our inner condition. And then you're going to master your own life. And then you're going to transform, we're going to transform this precious knowledge to other people. And our great master would like to have the will to have everyone in the Zoom in order to receive all of these, 3 levels. If everyone in the Zoom, we agree with the wills, then our great master will help us. So this is a really, really special courses. So normally, we have like 2,000 people, 3,000 people. And, normally, more than 1,000 people. And then, this evening we have like more than 600, 700 brothers and sisters studying. So our great master would like to make this program is a really, really special one for everyone. And to continue our program, our great master would like to to share with us about one principle. And if we just, follow this principle, and we're gonna to, have the inner condition about this principle. And our great master would like to invite everyone to write down about the principle of light. Number 1 here is principle of light. Principle of light. principle of light. And our great master would like to invite an image that's, related to this principle of light. So we have here is the rectangle is represent for a dark room. This one is the dark room. So is everyone in the Zoom listening to the principle of duality? It's just like, two sides of a problems. It's just like, light and darkness. There is the appearance. When this appears, so the other one is disappear. And then is, for example, the darkness and the light. If there is, light, there is the darkness, that light, so the darkness will disappear. And if, there is a darkness, so there is no light. If the darkness exists, there is no light. There's no light. If there is light, so there is no darkness. There is darkness. And then the light and the darkness is the duality. These two elements do not exist at the same time. And we understand about this principle as follows. When we have a dark room, and we have the inner connection with each others. And if we have a dark room, and we hopefully to make the room to brighter. And there is two options. The first option is, to remove the darkness. We remove the darkness. If we remove the darkness, so the lights will appear. So that is the one option, option one. This is option number one. And also we have another, that is, we bring the light. We bring the light. This one is we bring the light. We bring the light. So in the reality, so which of the two options that you wanted to choose? We choose the option number two. We choose the option number two. Because remove the darkness. So it is not very simple to remove all of the darkness. So we gonna to choose, just to bring the light. We just to bring the light. And our great master would like to express his appreciation and gratitude to the master that's already shared with him about the knowledge. And when we bring the light into the dark room, just a small child, maybe 3 years old or 4 years old, and we just need to turn on the button of the light, turn on the light in order the room to be brighter, And nowadays you can observe that when the night, the evening comes, so we just turn on the light, bring the light. But you know, when we relate it to the human lives, so whether we keep the same action, and the gurus share with us, you know, about the related to our human lives. By, you know, we draw a small house. We have here the house. And we have here is the inner world. We have inner world. We have here is the hell. We have here is the social relationship. And we have here is the finance. Business. And the guru shared with us a very simple condition, inner condition that in order to master our lives, we master the inner world, we master the health, we master the social relationship, and we master the finance business. Because, you know, there are various of the problems that's occurring to our life. But in short, we only have the four main problems. That is the problem related to the inner world, and you know, the problem related to the health, the problem related to the social relationship, and the problem related to the finance and business. And when there is a problems, you know, from the inner world, it will influence into the social relationship, and it's also influence to the finance and business, and influence to the health. And when you have the problem related to the social relationship, it's also influence to your health, influence to your business and finance, and influence to your inner world. And similarly, when you have a problem related to the finance, it will influence to your inner world. It's influence also to your social relationship, and also influence to your health. And when you have the problem related to health, influence the social relationship, it's also influence to the inner world and influence into the finance and business. And when the master shared with our great master about this knowledge, he said he find that he not yet follow the principle of light. He not yet follow the principle of light. When there is a problem, you know, occurring to our lives, so normally we the first thing that we're going to do is that we try to fix the problems. We try to fix the problems. And then when, you know, we have the ability to fix the problems, and then we can come back to see about our lives. When we are a small child, so there is, you know, the small problems. And then when we grown up, so the problems is bigger. And then for the whole life, we're going to, you know, to fix the problems. And then when we are small, and then when we grown up, so, you know, the problems related to the finance, related to the health, related to social relationship. And And then we can see on this house when we are small, when and then when we and then we have a small when we are small, it's related to the finance. We really want to have money to do things in life, but we are small, just a small child. We still not yet can earn the money. And then when we are a little bit grown up, so the problem related to the health. And then when we grown up, and then we can see that when we have the peace in our inner world, so it is the most important. And then we just, as a human being, we just related to the problems of these four main aspects of life. And then it will have the interrelations and interconnected to each others, and it creates various problems. And then when we're talking about the principle of life, we just see it's very simple. Just that we bring the light into the dark room so that the room be brighter. It is very simple. However, when we would like to apply the principle of life into our lives, so we see that normally we go against to the principle. We go against to the principle. We go against the principle, but we are not aware about this. We are not aware about this. So we are trying to fix the problems, and then another problem will occur. Because we try to remove the darkness, how come we can be able to remove the darkness? And then we come back and we see that, oh, for a little child, maybe that child is just 3 years old, 4 years old, but he already know that in order to make the room brighter, just need to turn on the light. Just turn on the light. And then for a little child, they have a really clear inner condition. But look back into our lives, we can see that somehow we are not followed to the Lord. We are not followed to the principle of light. So in our lives, we just be able to take this principle of light, and we already the winners of the winner of the life. And the master already shared with us. And this is a really important moment in our lives. And our great master would like to help us to have a really special inner condition. We gonna to draw a bigger house. We gonna to draw a bigger house. We're going to draw a bigger house. So we have here also the inner world. The inner world we have here is the health. We have here the social relationships. Relationship. We have here the finance. Finance and business. And we're gonna draw a hexagon in the middle of the house. And just remember this, we will light up all of these 7 lights in our house. So we have here is the wisdom. Is the wisdom. And we have here inner stage. We have here is the personality. We have here is the virtues. We have here is the capability. Capability. We have here as the physical. And we have here is the material. Here is the materials. So our great master glad to share with us that instead of we try to fix the problem related to the inner world, related to the health, related to the social relationship, finance and business, we wanted to enrich our wisdom, enrich inner stage, enrich personality, enrich virtues, enrich the capability, enrich the physical, and enrich the material. Enrich the materials. Instead of we try to fix the problem related to the inner world, related to the health, related to the social relationships, related to this finance and business, we want to enrich our wisdom, enrich the inner stage, enrich the personality, enrich the virtues, enrich the capability, enrich the physical, and enrich the material. If we just lit off a candle, a light, so the bottom of the light maybe still have the darkness, then we keep the lights in our house always. When we lit off all of this light, the light of wisdom, the light of inner stage, the light of personality, the light of virtues, the light of physical, the light of capability, and the light of materials. And just moment, we're gonna just have the inner condition about this. And then we're going to go into details very deep to understand about each of that. So we have here is the 7 holidays wells. 7 holidays. 7 holidays wells. 7 holidays wells. And then normally for a person who have to know who is a wealthy person, so there we have the wealthy into the material, and then a person who already have the materials, they already have the property, and then we also need to have the capability. And then we add on here, we have the physical. We have the materials, we have the physical. So we have the 7 holistic wells. So normally when we are talking about a wealthy person, we are talking about a person with the materials, with the property. And then, if, a person don't have the physical well-being, then we can see that, wealthy is not represent for the person who have the highest wealth. And if, a person who is a wealthy person, they have the property, and then they have a really good health, they have the physical well-being. So, that person is really good. And then, many people, they have the heritage from, the family. However, if that person, they lack the capability to manage the wealthy, that's wealth. So they consider that he is a wealthy person. Besides, they have the wealth on the materials, the physical well-being, and the capability to manage all of that. They also all of the capability, the physical, and the materials. So all of these elements, we be able to measure. We be able to measure. So it considered this is the materials. And for the society, they really highly appreciate for a person who is rich in materials well-being, physical well-being, capability. And this one is the material. Is the material. And then they continue to consider if a person who has the virtues, if the person who has the virtues, a person who who have the responsibility, love others, responsibility, give the commitment and be punctual and give commitment. And then that person also, listen to others who have a loving kindness towards others. And also that person follow the law, and they live with the truth. So they found that if a person who have that virtues, that noble virtues, and then when they live with each others, and they said that, oh, if a person who have the personality, if a person who live near a person that is bring to other the choice, the hope, the belief, the wisdom, and also to the appreciations and gratitude, to the compassions, and to the humility, and they have the true nature, a personalities of the truth, and then a person who have the fulfilled personality. So that person, they not only, to have the materials, they have a good health, they have a really outstanding capability. They have also the noble virtues and the fulfilled personality. And when we meet that person, we receive the choice, the hope, and the wisdom, and have the appreciations and gratitude. They have the love, they have the compassion, and they also have the humility and the personality of truth. And if that wealthy person, they have all of these elements, so you can see that, oh, that person is a really, really, a really, really outstanding person. And then, for a person who have the fulfilled personality, and then, many people want to be near to that person, really near to that person. And then, that person, they have a good in materials, the physical, and then capability, virtues, and personality. And then each person, they have the inner peace, they have compassions, they have appreciations and gratitude towards others. And then they have also, this one is the inner stage. Inner stage. And then if live near that the person who is rich in inner stage, the person, they live with the energies of the inner peace, compassions, their appreciations and gratitudes. And then they said that, oh, that person brings the safety and secures others, And then a really, wealthy person, they really have the protection from the person who is rich in inner stage, And when we live near a person who have the appreciations and gratitudes and the inner energies of the compassion, and then the energies of the inner peace, so we can see that, we really be safe with that person, and that person, protects for others, people living around. And then, the elements of the wealthy. And then also a person who had the holiest wealth is a person who also rich in wisdom. And this person has a really special ability, that is, they are inflexible in intonations of their different level of wisdom, because that person, they have a really special reality, because that person, they be active, to create the person around them. And then gradually the elements of, for the people who have the 700 wells is already changed. And, that is also, this is the elements regarding to a wealthy person in our civilization, And we have the three elements, three wells related to the materials. And we have the fourth element related to this one is the immaterial. This one is immaterial. And then for a person, we gonna to light up with all of these 7 light, with all of these 7 light. And if we have to light up all of these 7, and if there is the priority of the lights that we're going to lead up, so we're going to list up the light of wisdom and the light of inner state. Because when a person who already rich in wisdom, rich in inner state, that person also needs to be rich in personality and rich in virtues. And also that person who is rich in capability, physical well-being, and material well-being. If we talking about the order or the priority of to enrich our light, so then we got to light up the light of wisdom and inner stage. But after that, we got to also light up all of the remaining light. That is the light of the personality, light of virtues, light of capability, and physical well-being, material well-being. And also in the coming day, we got to go really deep into all of these, wells. We got to understand deeply about 2 terms, that is materials and immaterials. Then we got to understand in order to apply this into our lives. And then when we join into this road path, we change our lives, we transform our lives, because we got to immaterialize the materials and materialize the materials. So we're going to move on to here is the immaterial. Immaterial. And we have here is material. And we have here is this one is immaterialized. And then we're going to materialize. So any one of us in the Zoom, whether we keep with us about a memories, a souvenirs, for example, who keep the souvenir like a motorbike, a really a memories, a motorbike with memories. And then for the the clothes or for the presents that we receive from others. And if anyone here give any things that we already give for many years, so any one of us in the Zoom, we gonna to have a present or a souvenir that have the memories. And there are some brothers and sisters said that some that they keep the memorable husband. And then we have also the traditional dress. And also we keep the photos, we keep the image regarding to the values. And then all of those things, the souvenir or the presents, so that is priceless. It's priceless. But regarding to the true values, so it's not really have the values. They really have the values because we already add our emotion, and then regarding to our emotion that we add it into the things. So our emotion, our love, our care, we only add the values to the materials that is related to the immaterial values. We only add up the immaterial values to the things. Then, we have that thing to increase the values, because we already immaterialize the material. For example, any one of us here, we buy the book or the shoe or the handbag, and all of the designer, they already create that handbags or the shoe handmade, so that they have a really special design. And the values, when we already add of the immaterial values, so it's already increased a lot in their values. And for example, for the many ancient things, and many drawings, hand drawings, it's cost like millions of US dollars. So why does the picture they have the really high price? Because what who is writing, who is draw that drawings, and who is collect the picture, and we already text about the who related to the periods of the history in our history. So it creates a really special price, special values for that image, for that drawings. For example, in the Chinese, in the histories of the Chinese, we can see that many famous painting, coming from China, and the artist is really famous. For example, Đường Bá Hổ is a really famous artist in painting in Chinese. And then the price of the paintings is really high price. And because we already add of the immaterial values to the painting, then we already makes the price of the painting already increase. When we add of the immaterial values to the things, we already increase the values of the things. For example, in our daily lives, when we buy in the vegetable or the fruit, and we understand about the origins of the vegetable or the fruits, and then we understand about the origins of the vegetable and also the fish. So normally the price of the vegetable or the fruits is higher than the vegetable and the fish that we just buy in the market, and we don't know about the origins of the products. And in the history, we can observe that they produce the doll, and then in the America, we create about the doll, and then they create the dolls, and then they create the clothes, and they already create a new industry regarding to the toys for the girl, and that is the doll. And because for their success, they already add the values of the immaterial values to the things. So regarding to the diamonds, for example, for the functions of the diamonds, so they maybe become in the railings, the derailing. For example, for the artificial diamond, so it's really good rather than the real diamond. However, regarding to the values of the diamond, because the American, they already have a really special way to add up the immaterial values to the diamond, because the diamonds is represent for what is the eternal. It's eternal, and they said that the diamonds, and especially the wedding rings, is represent for the eternal love. It's the eternal love. And in America, so when a couple they get married with each other, so they usually use the diamond rings to represent for the eternal love. Represent for the eternal love. And our great master had to share with everyone that he just moved on to a new place, to a new house. That is the reason why the internet connection it's not just changing a little bit. So our great master would like to ask everyone if everyone listened clearly to his sharing. So our great master would like to ask everyone if we listen very clearly. So let's continued. And the American, they already, adjust the immaterial values to the diamond. And the diamonds, become a really, really high price. And regarding to the hardness, regarding to the skillfulness in, creating the diamond ring, it represents for the values of the diamonds. And all of, the couple, when they get married, they usually, use the diamond in order to represent for the eternal love for the couple, the eternal love for the couple. And when a couple they offer the diamond rings, is represent for the eternal love. Because the American they already learn how to add off the immaterial values, and they already immaterialize the materials, so the values of the things already increase. So regarding to the life or in doing business, so many things, and we can see that for the materials, for the doing the business, and they learn how to add the immaterial values, as the immaterial values. And also for the the mommy, the mother, they learn how to add the immaterial values to the food, to the meal. And if a person, when we not yet pay attention to these elements, that pay attention to this element, to these aspects of life. So at the moment, the values of our human beings, so how we be able to have that measures the values of a human beings. So from which basis or from which foundation? So they usually ask that, so what is your capability, and then how about your physical well-being, and then for the person who lacks of the materials, and when they go to work, they usually consider, so how about your health, how about your capability to to pay for the salary, So when we pay attention to the society, we can see that many people, when they go to ask for a job, they will consider about the health of the employees, and also the capabilities of the person. Because we're not just understanding deeply about the values that also include the immaterial values. When we when we are a person who is rich in inner stage, who is rich in personality, who is rich in virtues. And it's not the values of earth is not only, measures based on the materials factor, but also the immaterial factor. Then, our road path is that we will immaterialize ourselves in order to raise the values of ourselves. We raise the values of ourselves. Being shy, we raise the values of the immaterials and this is also the road path to immaterialize oneself. We enrich our wisdom, we enrich our inner stage, we enrich our personality, and we enrich our virtues in order to we become to a person who is, rich in immaterial values. So our road path, we're gonna go through to the 21 days. That is a road path to immaterialize oneself. And also you join into the mentor, and then we gonna join into, the immaterialized road path. And after that, you have other people to immaterialize themselves. And that is the meanings of, the immaterialize the materials and materialize the immaterials. And we're going to move on to another term. That is, materialize the immaterials. So we're going to move on to the materialize the materials. Materialize the materials. We're going to move on to the materialize the immaterials. Then we see that the immaterials values that is the intangible. That is intangible. The immaterials values that is intangible. And then, for the intangibles in other eyes. So they cannot see. So they cannot, feel about the existence of that values of that thing. And it also prevents us from, becomes or to possess that things, So how we be able to materialize the immaterials? How we be able to, materialize the immaterials so that, we can feel? And, it may be intangible in other eyes, but it's tangible in our inner condition. It may be intangible in other people's eyes, but it's tangible in our inner condition. And there is a saying in our community that is, that is intangible in other eyes, but is tangible in our inner condition. For example, happiness. So it is intangible in other people's eyes, but it's tangible in our inner condition. We feel about the existence of the happiness. It can be intangible in our eyes, but it can be tangible in other people condition, inner condition. For example, we have here the inner peace, the compassion, the appreciation and gratitude. And when we have the energies of inner peace, compassion, appreciation and gratitude, so immediately all of the mystery will disappear. When we apply the principle of light, so once there is the light, so the darkness will pass away. And when we can feel the existence of the immaterial things, and regarding to our physical eyes, we will not see it, but it's maybe tangible in our inner condition. If we have a formulas in order to materialize the immaterials, so it is very simple for us to possess or to possess and to become. If we be able to have the inner peace, then we have the materialize of the inner peace, the materialize of the compassion. So all of the anger and illusion of the people will all disappear. And if a person be able to materialize the appreciation and gratitude, so there is no more resentment. If a person who be able to materialize the humility, so there is no more arrogance. So similarly, to the wisdom or to the rich in inner state. And it may be intangible in other people's eyes, but it's tangible in our inner condition. And all of the the intangibles will influence the tangible. And when we are talking about the problem related to the inner world, about the health, about the social relationship, finance, and business, and that is the way we got to materialize all of the immaterials, and it's have to have a simple way to possess all of the immaterial values. And that is the raw path to immaterialize oneself. But in nature, we got to materialize all of the immaterial values in order that it will be tangible in our inner condition. And then when we have a will to possess, or we have a will to thoroughly understand, and immediately we got to have it. And that is the road path to immaterialize oneself. That is the road path to immaterialize oneself. And when you take part into this program, is that to immaterialize yourself. But our great master Trần Thanh Toàn will have everyone to materialize all of the immaterials. And then it is very simple for us to possess. And then our great master, he got to do his duty, that he got to materialize the immaterials. And then as a mentor, as an expert in consulting and training in the world, so we got to materialize all of the immaterial value, that is the wisdom, the inner stage, the personality, the virtues. And it is very simple for us to possess all of these immaterial values. And then as a mentor, we have other people to be able to immaterialize themselves. And for the mentor, the executive mentor or the mentor to be. So our duty is that we got to immaterialize all of the ourselves, and then we got to have, and then we got to have other people to immaterialize themselves. And then just a moment ago, our great master already had us to have the inner condition, the fulfilled inner conditions about us, materialize the immaterial values. And then can see that for a wealthy person, it's not only about the property, it's not only about the assets, about the money that they have, but also that person is really good, has to be wealthy, including the 700 wealth, including the 700 wealth. So before these all elements already existed. However, after listening to the sharing from our great master, so it's already become tangible in our inner condition. And when we got to earn the money, we got to earn the money in a huge amount, and we keep the rhythm, And when we become a person who is rich in 700 wealth, we come back to have for the people in the society. For any one of us, we're going to move on to the wealthy person. And then we not only focus on the materials wealth, but also we immaterial values. And when we be able to do that, we already, follow the law and the principle in our lives. So any one of us here can see that if we, who is rich in wisdom, rich in inner state, rich in personality, and rich in virtues, and we already, live in accordance with, the law and the principle, and we apply it into the principle applied, and we have the inner condition about the principle applied. And before we just learned about the principle applied, but now we're going to have the fulfilled inner condition to the principle applied. So our great master said that, we just on the first days of our 21 days journey. And we're going to say that it is simple for us to attain the 700 wealth. And in our community, we're going to have the six golden words in action. That is, simple to do, and joyful to do, trustful to do, light to do, and do it often, and regularly, do it regularly, and then we do it with all of our hearts and our mind. And we're gonna to say that, it is simple for us to attain this 700 wealth. And surrounding us, is that not, we have many people. We not have not many people they have the 712. Again, for the society in the future, we're gonna to have these characteristics for a wealthy person in the civilization. And our great master already received the sharing from his guru, and he said that this is the new standard, the new characteristics of a wealthy person with the 700 wealth. And when our great master tells about the 700 wealth a few years ago, so not many people are be able to believe in this. However, if he waiting until he obtain the 700 wealth, and then allows our great master to have a group of people who would like to attain the 700 wealth in the life, and then who is have this holiday wealth in which elements. So we're going to share with each others, and then every one of us to become a person with 700 wealth. And it's already lasts for 10 years, and then now this definition, and this is the new standards for a wealthy person. This is a new standard for the wealthy person in the future. If we cannot take these knowledge into, we're going to move to our next generation. And then our great master learns a lesson that there is no outstanding individual, rather than we have outstanding team or group of people. And then we gonna to open up about the capability and for the physical well-being. And our great master would like to share that we gonna to have other people to have rich in wisdom, rich in inner stage, rich in personality, and rich in virtues. And this is a really, really special road path. And if this road map, if you go by your own to find about this knowledge, so it might take you like 30, 40 years. And then now we're gonna to go with each other in 21 days. In 1 date. And regarding to for a person who be able to fulfill all of these elements, and this is a really special journey. And regarding to the principle of life, we be able to apply into our lives. For example, for two persons who in a relationship with each other, and then after they come up to their marriage, and before we get married, we usually make good of the goodness about the people, So normally for a person who, in a relationship with each other, they love with each others and they would like to get married with each others, they usually acknowledge for the goodness of the person. And after that, when we get married and then we live together, and then we forget about the principle of light. And after that, we not maintain about the principle of light, and we just forget. So in nature, so before getting married, we follow the principle, and then when we get married, we just go against the principle. And then when our children, and then for our baby, oh, our baby know how to smile, oh, our baby know how to speak, and then we always acknowledge for the goodness of our children, even the smallest things, the smallest things. And then we got to make the acknowledge for the goodness of the people. And then for the baby, they always, for the little ones, always wonderful in our eyes. But after that, when our baby grow up a little bit, so, and we not focus on the goodness of our children, and then all of the negative sides, because before, when our baby, we follow to the principle of light, but after that we gone against to the principle. We go against to the principle of light. We go against to our principle of light. And then, when we come back to have the inner cognition about the principle of light, and we learn how to apply this knowledge in our life. So this principle of light, and then, when we be able to apply this principle of light into our reality life, so, it creates a really, huge benefit. For example, when we apply the principle of light in our weight, when we be able to increase the muscle, the ratio of the muscle versus the fat, and then we normally focus on how to reduce about the fat ratio, but normally we just focus on apply the principle of light. We focus on to increase the ratio of the muscle, and when the muscle ratio increase, the ratio of the fat will decrease. And then after that, we not follow the principle of light, rather than we go against the principle of light. The principle of light. And it depends on the inner cognition that you are having about the principle of light. And to get into, how we be able to manage our physical appearance, then, we focus on the increase the ratio of the muscle instead of, reduce the ratio of the fat. And normally for the people, we forget about, bring the light. We always focus on how to fix the problem. And here, the way we fix the problem is that we're going to focus on the fat, reduce the fat ratio. Just in case we keep the inner peace, just in case we keep the inner peace, if we be able to keep with us always about the inner peace, so what should we think? And then if we be able to, maintain about appreciations and gratitude, about the inner peace, and, we keep, the energies of compassion. If we take this principle of life become our inner condition, if the principle of life becomes, our inner conditions, and we take the principle of life to apply into all the aspects of our life. And when we got to have other people to understand and to have the inner condition about the principle of light. For example, how we be able to apply the principle of light? And for example, how we be able to have other people to become a wealthy person? And we focus on, the 712. If a person who is lack of the money, so if that person is lack of the physical, if a person who doesn't have the good health and doesn't have the capabilities, so might be the problems is lie on the a person who doesn't have the virtues, the personality, inner stage wisdom. And then we see the people, they don't have the money, we give them the money. So that is not really the way, because when we give the money, they're still poor. And then when a person who asks us, so we're gonna to take the elements of the material to consider. If that person, they don't have the money, so somehow how about they have a good house or not, they have the capability, or that person, they already lack of the virtues or the personality. And then we will have people in this journey to enrich our inner stage and enrich the wisdom. And when we be able to thoroughly understand about this knowledge, and then if our great master asks that, our great master asks, do you understand this? That does not mean that, to say that you do not understand about the knowledge, but rather than our great master would like to once again to reaffirm, to reconfirm about the inner condition. And this is the applications of the principle of light. And when we are happy, so it's very simple for us to apply the principle of light. So if anyone who have the problems in the marriage life, if we focus on, enlarge, broaden the goodness of other people, so we just, focus on to take this knowledge. And our great master said that when you join into these programs, you're going to, have your own reality. You have your own inner condition first. After that, you're going to have other people. We're going to have ourselves first. And then after that, we take this principle of light in order to apply it into our light. And this is another principle, but we also apply the principle of light. And this is the second principle of brain activation. Brain activation. And how we be able to, activate our brain. So each and every day pass by. So could you please help to have a summary on about the lesson? About this one is the lesson. The lessons. And also this one is applicable. The lesson to applicable and also enlightenment. We have the lessons is the knowledge or the understanding or the awareness that is new in comparison with what you already listen, is already here, already see, already and we already see and hear in the past. And then this one is applies in life. And this one is we have this one we have being the answer. We have been the answer. And the way our great master have us is that he will have the encourage the question in order to have to one more time confirm about the inner condition. If we have the lessons, so that will not be our challenges anymore. When we have the lessons, and we are a really special entity, because somehow we lack of the activation, and then we just waiting further, and then we step onto a new step in the ladders of life. And then for human lives, when the challenging comes, and we got to more mature, and we become when we become bigger, and then we really, as a human being, we really want to have the challenge. And then the wisdom of our persons is coming from your experience. And then after that can be coming from self-learning. And then also we gonna to learn from each others. And then when we be able to learning, we gonna to pay for the fee by learning. And then if we, experience the things in order to have Earth to more mature. So instead of, we experience, we wait for the challenge from society comes and to force us to have a change. So when we be able to apply the principle of light, we gonna to have the lessons. It's not mean that there is no difficulty or no challenges in our lives, but rather than we have the lessons before. And then, the problems or the challenges or the difficulty is for the people who already not yet have the lessons. But rather than we are inactive to have the lessons before the challenges, before the difficulty or the problems occur to us. And this principle of brain activations is also the applications of the principle of life. This is help us to activate our brain. When we have the lessons, so the problems will fading away, and it will be decreased throughout the times. If we only have the lessons, so that is the reason why we also have the lessons, and also we have the applicable and the enlightenment, and we experience, and we start learning, and we also learning from others. And when we are inactive in having the lessons, during that process that our great master already received the sharing from the guru, and it's about like from the years of 2000, it's about like more than 10 years, and our great master already knowing about this. And regarding to the date of birth of our great master is he was born in 1984, but at the moment he just 20 years old. And then around the years of 2010, our great master already received this knowledge, and he already have more than 10 years, around 14 years to apply this knowledge into the life. And our great master in the coming time will explain in detail for us about this. And it is very, very, in a science, in logic. And when we have the lessons, we have the applicable and enlightenment in the humanity knowledge. And when we have the lessons, we have the applicable and the enlightenment about this humanity knowledge, it also means that the problem related to the humanity will be decreased. And during our journey of 21 days working together in this journey, and we have lessons, we have more lessons. It also means that the problems of Earth related to the humanity to decrease, because all of the problem related to human life is related to the inner world, it's related to the health, related to the social relationship, and the finance and business. And when we have the lessons related to the four aspects of life, so we have the lesson related to the inner world, related to the health, related to the social relationship, finance and business. So our problem related to these four aspects of life also will decrease. And our journey 21 days. And normally for the mentor, they usually have like more than 2,000 lessons, applicable and also enlightenment. And for the whole life of a person, the guru shared with us about a term that we're going to have 10,000. We have like 10,000 related to the four aspects of life. We have the 10,000 related to the four aspects of life, including the inner world, the health, social relationship, and business. If we have the 10,000 lessons applicable enlightenment related to the four aspects of life, it will, reduce, minimize about the problem occurs into our life. And when we go through this journey of 21 days, we're going to have like 2,000. So at the beginning, maybe you are not quite acquainted with it, but normally when you listen to the recording again, it's around maybe 15 seconds to 30 seconds, there will be a lesson. There are many people, they already have this reality. They listening again to the recording, and they already have a lot of lessons. And they, when they counting again, so they share with us that normally they have like more than 1,000 to 2,000 lessons. So you are just a new participant into the program. So our great master not have the requirement for you to have set amounts of lessons, but normally every day before we sharing about a new main content, we're going to have the time for everyone in the Zoom to share about the lessons, about the applicable and enlightenment for the knowledge that we share during our journey. And then after, before we ending the programs, we ending the lessons every day, we have a time for everyone also to share about the lessons, about the applicable and enlightenment that you receive from the programs. And we have a little bit change in our procedure of sharing the knowledge. Normally, when I step into the program, I will share the main content, and after that, our teacher in the organization will help you to have the sharing about the lessons applicable enlightenment. If you would like to share about your lessons applicable enlightenment, you please have the present at 6 p.m. And after that, when we ending our class, we also have the time for everyone to share. So if we do like that, and I really would like you to have the 3 level of the role path that we already share. Then we have agreement with each others that we will follow that procedure. So we have the agreement with each others about the procedure that we're going to follow that times. And at the moment, if anyone in the Zoom would like to share about the lessons, about the applicable and enlightenment, so please raise your hand. Okay, so I would like to invite Sister Thanh Bình to share about your lessons. So Sister Thanh Bình would like to say hi to everyone. And she really happy to receive about the courses of K31. And Sister Thanh Bình already know about the program in the K25. And at the moment, she really would like to express her appreciations and gratitude to the knowledge that she received from the programs. And she would like to share about the reality that she applies, the principle of light in her life. When listen to the sharing from our great master regarding to how we be able to reduce the fat ratio, when we are saying anything, it will be, it will be the reality that we will have. And when we have a clear mental image, when we already have a fulfilled inner condition, we have a clear mental image, we have a clear core concept. For example, when our children's watching TV in a really near distance, and then we're going to share with our children that peace stays in a distance. And Sister Thanh Bình would like to share also that when she tells about the knowledge to her friends feel really happy to receive and to know about the knowledge. And she already introduced to her college also, and everyone also are now present in the room Zoom to also continue the learning of the precious knowledge. And Sister Thanh Bình would like to share with everyone about another lesson that she already received from the programs. Normally, she focused on the finance. . And Sister Tanbin would like to express her happiness also for the Sister Ngọc Queen and Brother Ting that wanted to join into the offline courses in understanding inner words, creating inner peace. And she really hoped that when her children, Ngọc Queen and Tiếng Đạt, journey into the offline courses in Phan Thiết province. So it would be a great chance for them to learn about this precious knowledge and have a great transformation. So our great master asked that whether that our teacher asked and Sister Bin, she listened or not. And our great master so would like to share with Sister Tanbin that normally the people they usually building the house from the rooftops. Normally they will focus on the finance and business, and then they just building the house from the rooftops. But normally we focus on the foundation and from the two pillar of the house. And Sister Tanbin would like to appreciate for the knowledge because that is a great chance for them to the precious knowledge that she received. And she finds that her life become more simpler, more simple. And then we and then she has a lesson that when we be able to simplify everything, our lives becomes more joyful. And when we just fall, our lives becomes lighter. Our lives become lighter. So there are some compliments that she, Sister Tanbin, she looks more beautiful than before. And our great master would like to invite Brother Ngọc Vương to share about his lesson. As Brother Ngọc Vương, he is coming from Gò Vấp province, and he would like to become a mentor and a master with. And he would like to learn deeply about the precious knowledge and to take this precious knowledge to share with everyone and to expose the origin education philosophy. And Brother Vương have an observation from the life test. So why is the people facing with a lot of challenge challenge in the life. And when Brother Vương learning about the image of, follow the law and the principle, he found that he had the enlightenment which needs to turn the boat and follows the water flow. So everything becomes simple. And Brother Vương also draw cycling from the north to the south during the 32 days. 32 days. And thus, the most enlightenment knowledge that he received is that, about the follow the law and the principle. And then when when Brother Vu cycling and listening to the knowledge, so that is really an enjoyable journey. And he already cycling from the Lạng province to Cà Mau province in the south and come back to Ho Chi Minh City. And when he be able to do that, so, everything becomes really simple. And our great master would like to share with everyone that, the mentor 6 already ready to interviews. And then mentor case 05 is now, ready to take the examination. So ready to interviews for the mentor 6. And to continue sharing about the lessons, we're going to listen to the sharing from Sister Phương Loan. Sister Phương Loan would like to say good evening to our great master and everyone in the Zoom. Sister Phương Loan already listened to the recording of K28. And Sister Phương Loan observes that her colleague, the ways that her colleagues using the language is really different. So Sister Phương Loan would like to ask, and then her friend already shared with her about the knowledge. And after listening to the file recording, and Sister Phương Loan already received a lot of lessons. And at the moment, Sister Phương Loan is living in Bảo Lộc province, Bảo Lộc city of Lâm Đồng province. And she said that when she know about the knowledge, so everywhere she goes, she listen to the knowledge. And Sister Phương Loan had a big concern how to be able to master her own life. And she learned that in order to master her own life, it's very simple for us to master our inner world, to master our health, master our social relationships, and to master our finance and business. And also regarding to the principle of light, it is very simple for us to just bring the light into the dark room. And when we focus on, we enrich ourselves, we become a person who is rich in wisdom, who is rich in inner stage, who is rich in personality, virtues, and we maintain the light into our lives. And that is when we be able to stand above all the problems related to the four aspects of life. And also Sister Phương Loan's learning other courses like understanding the health, understanding about the finance, and also, the physical exercise of tendon change. And Sister Phương Loan also would like to become a mentor in K06. And our great master would like to share with everyone in the Zoom desk. Our great master also have a big concern how be able to master his own life. So that is the reason why he identified about this precious knowledge and he shared with everyone. And to continue to listen into the sharing from the participant in the Zoom, we're going to listen to the sharing from Sister Hoa Din. And Sister Hoa Din would like to say good evening to our great master and all of the participants in the Zoom. And Sister Hoa Din is now living in Vancouver, Canada. And our sister and our great master would like to share with Sister Hoa Din that before our conversations, our sharing, we're gonna to start with I am grateful for. This one is that I am grateful for. Before we start our sharing, we're gonna to start with I am grateful for. And Sister Hoa Din would like to start her sharing, and I am grateful for the chance that I am present here to share about my lessons. And Sister Hoa Din, she's really happy to join into the courses online with our great master and all our brothers and sisters in the Zoom. At the moment in Vancouver, Canada, is about 6 a.m. 6 a.m. in the morning. And Sister Hoa Din would like to share about 2 lessons that she learns from the programs. And she really like to share about the realities of the recovery of the finger of our great master after the accidents, and also the way we apply the principle of light into the reality. And Sister Din Hoa would like to share about the reality that she already applies the principle of light with her children. And Sister Din Hoa also would like to become a mentor K06. Sister Din Hoa already lived in Canada for more than 30 years, and her English is quite good. And she would like to take this knowledge to share with the people around her. And Sister Din Hoa would like to express her appreciations and gratitude for the chance. And Sister Din Hoa would like to express her appreciations and gratitude also, not only for the sharing she received from our great master, but also the sharing from the brother and sister in the Zoom, because she really feel touched from within from all of the lessons that the people sharing. And she really highly appreciates for the precious knowledge that she received from the programs. And our great master would like to express also his happiness because because when you live in foreign country and then listening again to the knowledge and 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 it's just like when we live in foreign country, we cannot be able to share us about and then many people they live in the conditions of material lives is really really good, and then also for the people, for this brothers and sister who brother and sister who live in America or in the Canada, and they also when they know about the knowledge, they fulfill, they're not also balanced in the material life and immaterial life. And our great master would like to share about the environment in of our community. So our sister acknowledge and encourage Sister Din Hoa to continue to be with everyone and to share about her lessons. When we have the lessons and when we have the applicable or the enlightenment that we would like to share with the energies of the appreciation and gratitude, so that is a really, really special, chance for us to share with each others. And to continue, we're gonna to listen to Đường Viết Huy, rather Đường Viết Huy. And brothers Đường Viết Huy, he already 20 years old WIT and 14 years old. And our brothers Đường Viết Huy would like to ask about the still self-discipline. And our brothers, we would like to share about the lesson regarding to the principle of light. And he learned that before he not yet applied the principle of light. So in the conversation with his younger brother, he usually say the words that is not as per the desire. For example, when the younger brothers sits near to the television, so brother Hui usually say that why you stay close, very near to the televisions, so your eye can be damaged. But now, the brother who is already know how to say with his younger brothers that just just stays in a distance with the television in order to have a bright eyes. And Brother Đường Quý Khuyên would like to ask our great master regarding to the portrait that is the still self-discipline. He would like to focus more on the to become a good student. And our great master would like to share with Brother Đường Quý Khuyên that we got to aim to understand thoroughly about the humanity and to have the realities of the humanity. And Brother Đường Quý Khuyên would like to come into the Quang school. And our great master would like to introduce about the mindset class courses sharing from teacher Scarlett Lewin. And our great master would like Đoàn Quý Huy would like to clarify about the purpose to become a student of Quang Trung province school, Quang Trung school. in rather than quickly like to become a student in one-term school in order to a little bit reduce the finance. And our great mother shared that whichever school that rather than weekly wanted to join into study, so his parents be able to affordable for him to study. And then we gonna to aim to the school where there is a good environment with the good friends, good brother and sister in the learning environments. And we're gonna to develop ourselves in order that we can come back to support our family in a better condition. The better condition. So our great master share with rather than with us, he can share with his parents. So Papa and Mommy, could you just like lend the amount for me to study in a good school? And later on, when I graduate, and then I will pay back. I will pay back the money, pay it forward. Pays forward. And we be able to pay it forward for the love and care and the support from our parents to our growth. And our great master share with us rather than with me that he's give the scholarships for the master of arts in happiness studies, because since this, our teacher is a young student, he's still all the principle about the school fee, And the principal already, pay the school fee for our great master, 70,000 Vietnam dollar. And then our great master would like to, give the scholarship for 25 million Vietnamese children. And then from his study in the university, he already have other friends in the university to study. So please don't just focus on the finance of the parents. And then we have a plan to develop and grow. And then now our great master offer the scholarship for people to study. It's just like offer the scholarship for the mentor, for the master, for the WIT business owner, all is receiving the scholarship. And then also for the fee that you take back into the programs, this is just the happy money. So please don't, you know, and our great master would like to introduce to our pretest to Brother Đoàn Quý to meet a person who be able to raise the inner condition, and then you can be able to be simple to study good. And our great masters, when he had a commitment to anyone or anything, he just keep his commitment. For example, our great masters, he have a commitment that early morning he would like to walk along with the mentor, and then he just we wake up at 3:30, and then he have a commitment to have 6 meals in a day, and then there's no pressure. When we aim to the still self-discipline, that is, we will have a pressure, but here now we just give commitment. We don't have pressure. And to continue to listen to the sharing from the participant, we're going to listen to the sister Dung Trần. And Sister Dung Trần would like to say good evening to our great master and all of the brother and sister in the Zoom. And she would like to express her appreciations and gratitude to the precious knowledge that she received. Especially, she would like to share about the lesson that marks the one life. And Sister Dung Trần would like to express her appreciations and gratitude to the network connector, and also the knowledge. And Sister Dung Trần has a chance to talk with the brother and sister living in Korea, in Japan, and in Australia. And Sister Dung Trần, she's really happy to have a chance to talk with brother and sister in the community, and she observed about reality of the transformation from brother and sister in the community. And she would like to share about the reality that he already have close connection to her mom, to her parents, to her mother, and she be able to to express about her emotion. Sister Dung Trần also like to express her appreciation and gratitude to the lessons, to the nurturing from her parents since she was a little girl until now, and her father already shared with her about many meaningful lessons about the stories of himself during the journey of from the because her father is living in the war, and then the journey to meet her mother, and until the achievements that her family already have at the moment. And Sister Yung Trần feel really blessing to have a chance to be present and learning in our community. And Sister Yung Trần also would like to become a mentor K06, an expert in consulting and training in the world. And together with our great master and all of the brother and sister in the community, to make the realities of express the origin education philosophy. And our great master says that you deserve to have a harmonious family and a happy marriage in the future. And our great master said that when you be able to happy on your own, it is very simple for other people to join and together to create the happiness. And to continue to listen to the sharing from the participants, we're going to listen to the sharing from Sister Thúy Lê and her husband. And Sister Thúy Lê's our husband would like to share about the lessons that he learned this evening. Regarding to the principle of light, and at the moment, he also have an enterprise and have the training for the staff. And regarding to the missions of the enterprise, and he also focused on the real estate. And also the visions is he would like to make his enterprise become a global enterprise. And be able to, developments of the enterprise in order to be with the others global enterprise in the area. And if there is a combination of the knowledge regarding to the humanity and the work views, and in the trainings of the staff in the enterprise, so it will be like it's a firm foundation for the developments of the enterprise. And our brothers, the husbands of Sister Thúy Lê, Mr. Định, also share about the inner force. When we have the inner force and we have the right methods, or we have the right purpose, it will help us to, have a really strong and all of the brothers aiming is for the benefits and aiming to the nation. And rather than said that he would like to synchronize about the inner conditions for the staff of the enterprise. And rather than also highly appreciates for the time that he learned about the knowledge and then applications of the knowledge in his doing business. And when we combine the humanity knowledge in combination with the profession of the enterprise, it already enhances the values as well as, for the people in the enterprise, there is a transformation. And it is very important for us to activate about the inner, about our inner worlds, about the potential, about the goodness, about the potentials of the people. And we're going to focus on bring the light, and we focus on the natural products. And the lesson that here Brother would like to share with everyone is that when observing the people, normally we focus on the fix the problems, but when we understand about the principle of life, rather than we focus on enrich our 700 wealth in order to help us to stand above all of the problems arising related to the four aspects of life, related to the inner world, related to the health, related to the social relationship, finance, and business. And rather than also like to open a new enterprise on the training. And our great master would like to share with rather than regarding to the WIT business owner. We have the training courses, and we have the 6 months offline courses and 3 months online. And we take the origin education philosophy, apply into the doing the business, and we will gonna to build up the people, and then the people go to their doing the business. And our great master will to share the realities of brother from who already take the origin philosophy, origin education philosophy in doing the business. And we gonna to have the term that is the synchronize the inner condition. And we will not training, but we rather than we synchronisms of the inner conditions of inner worlds, synchronizations of the inner conditions of doing business. And we gonna to synchronisms of synchronizing of inner condition related to the health, related to the inner worlds, related to the social relationships, finance, and also the business. And then when there are the people who have the same, we unity in action, unity in words, and unity in agreements. And then we gonna to synchronizing the inner condition for the enterprise. And we gonna to become the consultant for the global enterprise. And we gonna to nurturing for the mentor and master be able to become consultant for the big enterprise in the world. We're gonna have to take the humanity to work with the people. So please remember that synchronizing the inner condition. First of all, we synchronizing the inner conditions of inner worlds, and then to help other people to have the health, and then the social relationship, and then the finance and business. And then we not only to to earn the money, but we earn a lot of money, and it is very simple for us to earn the money. And money is just the elements, intermediate element in order for us to enhance our qualities of life and to create the values of life. So I am very happy when you have the will to focus on the benefits for the nation. And gradually for the network connector, and my sister Lê Thị Thúy is the wife of Brother Định, and she is at the moment is mental case 05 in the family of 179. And Brother Định also would like to appreciate and gratitude for the chant that he made Sister Hằng Giang's Brother Long and Brother Tuấn in Bình Dương province. And And our great method would like to share this when we take the origins, education, philosophy applying to the doing business. We in our great master would like to share about a story, and there is a master study in Finland. Now, great master would like to share with everyone about realities of a master who living and working in Finland at the moment. And during this pandemic, so in her company already reduced the humans and the personnel. However, they just keep 20%. And even though she just joined into the company for a few months, but she's still remaining in the staff. And every day, the management usually come to share, to listen to the sharing about the humanity knowledge. And normally when we have the risk in inner stage, so normally when we have the energies of inner peace, compassion, appreciations, and gratitude, that we already solve all of the related problems. And when we already have a chance to connect to Miss Han Yang, Mr. Long, Mr. Tuấn, so just keep on. So keep on, so get closer connection to people. And at the moment, we are 10:36, and there's still many people raising hands. So we're gonna to say goodbye to each other and to see each other again tomorrow. Yeah. So I would like to appreciate and gratitude for everyone who joined into the programs, and I would like to express my appreciations and gratitude to our great master who shared with us about the precious knowledge and give me a chance to translate this precious knowledge into English. So bye bye and see you again tomorrow. Bye bye.